Hi everyone. At long last, here is the new version of Tidepool, which is 012. Let's run it. By the way, the background is the view from Edinburgh Castle in Scotland, which is where my family name was granted to the original King's Falconer. And I'm logging in as Green Gozer, my daughter. Okay, the first thing you notice is that there's two different ground colors. So we're going to look at this first. Now you can see that this ground color is apricot, and it's owned by Green Gozer. So this is called a parcel. I have reconfigured the entire world, made it much larger, and split everything up into hectare-sized parcels. So that's 100 meters by 100 meters. And I changed the geometry of everything so that walking is realistic in terms of speed, and also the height of the user is a set 5'9", and so forth. So now if I were to walk into this next parcel, it will load the items there. It doesn't show them until you actually walk into a parcel, and it loads them all at once. So here this Jazzberry Jam parcel is owned by Zaripa, my wife. So if I run over here, I'm going to go to a different grid. You can see that there's coordinates for these grids, and this is owned by Tfal, me. Now, I have not given my daughter permission to make changes to my stuff. So if she tries to melt something here, it says you're not allowed to do that here. Not only can she not melt, she can't cast anything. She really can't do anything to change it. However, my wife did give her permission. So as you can see, she can melt and cast. Now if I go in here, her own parcel, notice I added a run command just to make things a little bit easier. She can of course do anything she wants. Now one thing in addition she can do is she can change her helpers. If I just type /helpers, it says that Zaripa and Tfal are helpers, which means that both of us can make changes to this parcel owned by Green Gozer. So let's say Green Gozer's a little bit miffed because I didn't give her permission to change my stuff, so she can do helpers remove Tfal. And if she changes her mind and wants to add me back, she can do helpers add Tfal. And you can see that this always gets updated. Alright, so we have permissions and we have a much bigger world. How big of a world? Well, right now we have 121 parcels, and it's 11 by 11 by 11 grid. So basically, you have the hub, which anybody can change, no matter what your permissions are. You can always add and remove things to the hub. And then you have these 120 other parcels, each with their own Crayola color. Just so happens that Crayola has 120 colors, so each one is has its own color to start with. Now as I go, it only shows the ground for the surrounding parcels. So if I keep going, it progressively loads these parcels until we get to the very end of the big grid. And as you can see here, I'm going to change this so that it loads items more progressively based upon distance rather than when you cross the parcel boundary. But if I keep going, let's go down to the ground. Oops. Alright, so I have this run command, which is a little faster than humans could really run. Alright, so this one is green, yellow. This one is indigo. And because you can see it's 0, 5, I should run anything with a 5, you run and you should hit and stop. So let's take a look. All right, I'm on the edge of the world here. So the world is a much bigger place, and you can now make your own stuff on your parcel without fear of somebody messing it up.